Hi there, and welcome. My name is Liz Levitt, and I'm joining you from the Lanai here at Christchurch Uniting, where 4 years ago, a group of us were gathered for our first ever Vespers on the Lanai event. Now, since then, a lot has happened. We've grown a community around this monthly gathering. We've enjoyed awesome music from local musicians. And we've practiced new ways of reflecting on the things that really matter to our hearts. Now, more recently, of course, we've entered into this time of suspension when, in order to keep our neighbors safe, we've stopped inviting you to join us here in person. It's why I'm here alone right now. But even if it doesn't look like it, this is meant to be a party. A time to honor what's happened among us and imagine what's possible. To give thanks for 48 amazing opportunities for music and reflection and community, and to hope for at least as many more. You know, there have been so many blessings along this road of creating Vespers, and I'm going to talk about what some of those are later. But surely one of the most profound gifts has been this incredible set of relationships we've built with our partner musicians. They have been generous to accept our invitations to this strange and unknown thing called Vespers. They have joined us in this space, and they have used their music to inspire us and calm us and encourage us and excite us. They've made our hearts soar and reminded us of old times, brought our emotions to the surface, and connected us to each other through their music. They have made this space the blessing that it has become. And today is all about giving thanks for that. Now, typically in October, for our birthday celebration, we would be having our big annual fundraiser for Vespers. The Christchurch Uniting congregation continues to cover all the administrative, staffing, and program costs of Vespers. But we typically take this month to ask you to pitch in to the special fund that's reserved just for paying our musicians. But we know it's a really hard time out there right now, and that there are many more pressing needs which could use your resources. And so instead of asking for your money, we're simply taking this time to honor the gifts of all the musicians who have come over our threshold these past 4 years, and to make good on our commitment to continue to support them as best we're able in this difficult time. In service to that, instead of highlighting just one artist, we've invited a number of Vespers alumni to be with us tonight. They've specially recorded the songs that you're going to hear and sent them to us from around the island so we could weave them together into a kaleidoscope of musical delight, which we really hope you'll enjoy. As always, I'll drop in some thoughts here and there, this time on the third part of our byline: Vespers on the Lanai, music, reflection, and community. Community is what we hoped for when we started this, what we've been blessed with as we've gone along, and what we hope to sustain by bringing you this virtual event. As always, you can grab what speaks to you and let what doesn't roll on by. It's meant as a gift. And so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to the heart of Vespers, our musicians. And again, I'll say, welcome.
Aloha, Vespers. We would just like to say,
Happy birthday!
Hi, we're Two Shades of Blue.
Hi.
This is Dale Machado.
Hello.
And I'm Melody Heidel. And we're the first group to play at Vespers back in March of 2016 when Pastor Liz Levitt had the idea for Vespers on the Lanai and we helped her test it out. We've been so happy to be a part of Vespers ever since as musicians and helping out behind the scenes. Dale's helped us with our live sound on occasion, and I'm the Vespers coordinator, so I'm here every month helping bring the music to you. Our song tonight is a Duke Ellington classic with a great title for these times, Don't Get Around Much Anymore. Missed the Saturday dance, heard the crowd at the floor, couldn't bear it without you, don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club, got as far as the door, they'd have asked me about you, don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, Western memories been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you, don't get around much anymore. Darling, I guess my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, Western memories been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? Awfully different without you, don't get around much anymore. Awfully different without you, don't get around much anymore. Happy birthday, Vespers.
Happy birthday.
standing all alone against the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide, lost and lonely. Now you've given me the will to survive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. Don't you worry, sometimes you just gotta let it ride. The world is changing right before your eyes. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. I would die for you, climb the highest mountain, baby. There's nothing I wouldn't do. Now I found you, there's no more emptiness inside. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. I would die for you, climb the highest mountain, baby. There's nothing I wouldn't do. I was standing all alone against the world outside. You were searching for a place to hide, lost and lonely. Now you've given me the will to survive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive. When we're hungry, love will keep us alive.
Just a few thoughts to share on community before we go back to the amazing collection of music that we've been enjoying. The first is a poem by the great Persian mystic Hafiz, who writes this. If God invited you to a party and said, "Everyone in the ballroom tonight will be my special guest," how would you then treat them when you arrived? Indeed, indeed, Hafiz knows that there is no one in this world who is not standing on God's jeweled dance floor. Or how about this? A reflection from one of my favorites, Wendell Berry. This from his prose essay, The Loss of the Future, in the collection, The Long-Legged House. A community is the mental and spiritual condition of knowing that a place is shared, and that the people who share the place define and limit the possibility of each other's lives. It is the knowledge that people have of each other, their concern for each other, their trust in each other, and the freedom with which they come and go among themselves. And one final offering. This is from my own context. It describes life in the church, but it's one I think will speak to your experience in the communities of which you are a part, be they civic or familial or spiritual. And particularly, I think it speaks to the perpetual need to return to our ideals again and again in the face of their potential distortion. This is Brian Doyle's poem entitled, "Furious prayer for the church I love and have always loved, but which drives me insane with its fussy, fidgety, tin-eared thirst for control and rules and power and money other than the one simple thing the founder insisted on." Here's what Brian has to say. Granted, it's a tough assignment, the original assignment. I get that. Love. Lord help us. Could we not have been assigned something easier like astrophysics or quantum mechanics? But no. Love those you cannot love. Love those who are poor and broken and fouled and dirty and sick with sores. Love those who wish to strike you on both cheeks. Love the blowhard, the pompous ass, the arrogant liar. Find the Christ in each heart, even those. Preach the good news, and only if necessary talk about it, be the good news. Yes, it is easy to advise and pronounce and counsel and suggest and lecture. It is not easy to do what must be done without sometimes shrieking. Bring love like a bright weapon against the dark. Remember that the rabbi did not say build churches or retreat houses or secure a fleet of cars for general use or convene conferences or issue position papers. He was pretty blunt about the hungry and the naked and the sick. He was not reasonable. We forget this. Community is not a reasonable idea. Community should be a verb. When it is only a noun, it is not what the founder asks of us. And so let us pray that we are ever after dissolving the formal, officious, arrogant thing that wants to rise, and ever fomenting the contradictory, revolutionary, countercultural thing that could change life on this planet. It could, you know. So let's try again today. And so, amen. Thanks. And let's get back to the music.
Aloha mai kako. Happy birthday, Vespers. My name is Hanale Bishop. As you can see, we're up at the factory cooking taro. We're going to poi tomorrow. Just want to shout out to the Vespers. Thank you for always being such a cool venue. I was there a couple of years ago, I think. It was a very warm crowd, very warm place. I'm going to play this song. It's called All the Way Back. When I'm down and out and the season's fading, tracks are breaking all the way back down to your true love's town. No time to make it call. Driven from the window takes you all the way back to something you had lost. All the way back to something you forgot. And I'm doing without, and the days are fading. Past is aching, sadly for return. Remember what you learned. These eyes always get mad. Lying alone to yearn for more, all the way back to something you had lost. All the way back to something you forgot. To find that you've been way begun. To know that it just might have you way long. Well, I'm walking alone on the same to my true love's town, taking another look around. Time I chose to all the way back, something you had lost. All the way back, something you forgot. Oh, no.
rough and rocky road. Holly, keep on down that rough and rocky road. Said keep on down that rough and rocky road.
4 years ago, on the second Friday of October in 2016, a group of us sat right here on this lawn, and we listened to the bluegrass band the Saloon Pilots serenade us under a rising moon at the first Vespers on the Lanai event. They closed with the encore, Jesus on That Main Line, and everybody stamped their feet and whooped and hollered with joy. And it was a really beautiful time, a moment which fundamentally changed something in me. Now, the idea for that occasion had germinated 6 months before that, when, instead of a traditional Good Friday service, our congregation decided to host 2 Shades of Blue, featuring our own Melody Heidel, for a blues concert, which also included selected poems on the theme of incarnation. And there was a freshness and a kind of magic to that event that made a number of us think, we should do more of this. We've got this space, and we know we love music, so maybe we could combine those 2 things into something that would be a gift for our neighbors, no strings attached. And so after a lot of thinking and planning and imagining and hoping, Vespers was born. And the Saloon Pilots kicked us off with a bang. And seeing that whole group of people connecting through music and connecting to each other in that way gave me a broader vision of what might be possible for us as a spiritual community. What if we could be not only a community focused solely on its own story and its own values and its own work, but also a host for larger conversations with those whose stories and values and works might be different than ours? What if we could bring people into conversation around art, music, and poetry in a way that did not require that they agree about anything, other than agreeing to simply be present to and with each other and what was unfolding among them? When we started Vespers, it was a really tumultuous political moment. Well, we thought it was a really tumultuous political moment because we didn't know about this moment yet, but in that time, we wanted to make a space that was separate from that. A space to cultivate openness and connection and peace. And what occurs to me now as having been important about that process was that we didn't start Vespers to solve a problem. We started it because we saw potential in inviting our neighbors to be together. And on the balance, after everything, I still really believe in that. Now, I'm not so delusioned as to think that Vespers has created world peace or solved our many societal woes, but I hope it has provided some solace for the road. I hope it has helped us form some relationships which help us to keep on, some affirmation of our own worth and the worth of our neighbors. And I'm really glad that we're still working on it after all these years. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about an author who had a great influence on me, and that is organizational development leader Peter Block. In his book, Community, The Structure of Belonging, he writes, "Community exists for the sake of belonging. And it takes its identity from the gifts and generosity and accountability of its members. It need not be defined by its fears, its isolation, or its penchant for retribution." He goes on, "The interest we have in problems is often so intense that at some point we take our identity from those problems. Without them, it seems that we would not know who we are as a community. And yet, we are a community of possibilities, not a community of problems." You know, this continues to be such a difficult moment in the life of the world. And it is really tempting to start to identify and define ourselves by our problems. And let me be clear, I understand our troubles are many. They are profound and complex and painful, and they must be faced. Yet as I do that work, I think we must also do the work of resisting the urge to define ourselves by our problems. In fact, I think we must do everything we can to stay connected to what is good and what is real, and most importantly, what is possible among us when we come together. One thing I've come to learn in the last 4 years is that music is one thing that helps us to do that. And I'm so thankful for 48 months of drawing our attention back to the things that are important. Of music giving us the gifts of focusing on those things that are noble and joyful and perplexing and true. And I hope we've got at least that many more in us, because I think that we need things like this and communities to sustain us in the face of this dark hour. And so we're going to keep going, and I hope that you will come along with us. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. And happy birthday, Vespers. Let's get back to the music.
Aloha, my name is Kevin Chang. I play by the kind of moniker Mr. Chang, but I play in the band Kupa'āina, and we've played in the past for Vespers Live. So happy birthday, Vespers. Melody asked us to contribute a song, and I decided that I'd do a cover song simply because this song, I think, is uniquely shaped for our time and the need to head into our future with a sense of kind of sobering so that we can move forward with a grounded hope. The song is called Natural Mystic by Bob Marley. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air, and if you listen carefully, now you will hear. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. Things are not the way they used to be. Don't tell no lie. One and all got to face reality now. Though I've tried to find the answers to all the questions they ask, though I know it is impossible to go living through the past, don't tell no lie. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air, can't keep them down. If you listen carefully, now you will hear. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air, such a natural mystic blowing through the air, such a natural mystic blowing through the air. This could be the first trumpet, might as well be the last. Many more will have to suffer, many more will have to die. Don't ask me why. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. Don't tell no lie. And if you listen carefully, now you will hear. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air, Such a natural mystic blowing through the air. There's a natural mystic blowing through the air. Such a natural mystic blowing through the air.
Aloha, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this beautiful celebration with each and every one of you. I'm going to perform a song written by my Uncle Jerry Santos many years ago, a song that gives love, hope to the rest of the world, especially during this time. One of my favorite songs forever and ever, a song entitled Ku'ome o Kahalu'u, a song that goes like this.
And I no longer can see. Last night I dreamt I was returning, and my heart called out to you. But here I am not as I left you. Ke aloha kuhome o kahalu. is a strange thing, it cannot be denied. It can help you find yourself or make you lose your pride. Move with it slowly on the road. Please do not hold on to me. Almost over. I remember days when you were smiling. We laughed and sang the whole night long. And I will greet you as I find you, with the sharing of a brand new song. Last night I dreamt I was returning, and my heart called out to you to please accept me as you find me. He aloha ku home o kahalu. Ke aloha ku home o kahalu. Ke aloha ku home o kahalu. Thank you very much. Bless you all. Aloha.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. In that small cafe, the park across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing well. summer's day, in everything that's light and gay, I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing
We've come to the end of our time together, and I'd like to send you off with just a few words of blessing. This is a blessing that we use every week when we meet as a community here, and I just want to share them in this space because they seem appropriate for this moment and this theme tonight of community. And they are these. Life is short, and we do not have long to gladden the hearts of those who travel the way with us. So be swift to love, and make haste to be kind, and may the divine mystery, which surpasses all our understanding, who made us, who loves us, and who travels with us, may that bless us and keep us always in peace. Thank you. And let me say before we end, this was a big event, and I'm so grateful for the many people who helped us to pull this off. First and foremost, to all of the musicians who responded to our call for song submissions and wanted to be here with us on this special occasion of our 4th birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you for contributing and being a part of Vespers. I want to say a thank you to Daniel, who is mixing all this together to make it look and sound great. Thanks for sticking with us, even as this event has grown and changed and become digital. We are grateful for your expertise. And most importantly, I want to thank Melody Heidel, our Vespers coordinator. She rarely gets the glory. She's usually behind the scenes, but she is always doing heroic work every month on behalf of this undertaking. And I am aware that without her artistic vision and her expertise, this would never have become what it is, and I am indebted to her for that. So thanks, Melody. And the last thanks I want to give is to you for showing up, supporting us how you're able, and hoping with us for what's possible in the days to come. If this is your first ever Vespers, welcome. We hope that you'll join us again. We usually send out these events on the 2nd Friday of the month. You can follow us on YouTube or Facebook. You can also email us, vespers@ccukailua.org, to be added to our email list, and we hope you'll do that. We hope you'll keep in touch. And speaking of you, we're going to close with a performance that you all gave. This was just a few months ago. It's a clip from our January event when Beat-lele charmed us, as they always do, with their ukulele Beatles covers. And at that event, you all responded to their music with such joy and passion that it really touched us. And this little video clip, though far from polished and professional, offers just a glimpse of that. A symbol of you as a community sharing your light and making the world a little bit brighter. And so we offer it to you now as we close, as a way to remember what has been and to give you a little bit of hope for what will be again. So thanks, and see you next month.